Hello everyone, I'm RiggyRob and welcome back to Valhalla. So unfortunately we skipped a couple of streams for this, so it's been a while since we played this. However, we are ready and raring to get back into it. But I do have to admit I don't remember a lot of the voices that I were doing, so for some people. Last time we had like the whole cast of people, maybe not including Streaming Chan, I think. Maybe not Alma as well. But I'm sure there'll be many more characters for us to meet, as well as those guys who are our old favorites. You know, Dorothy being leader of the crew. I'm pretty sure last time we went to the shop and bought all the stuff we needed for Jill, so she won't be distracted. Let's go to work, shall we? Saturday, December 17th. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet. Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about him though. If you say so. That girl still here? Yup, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady! Sleep another hour, we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Oh, it is Streaming Chan. Where am I? Oh, right. The shoddy downtown bar. Let's see. All my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's the best day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. Did I miss bath time? Ooh. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye! Hello guys and gals, Streaming Chan's back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah! The moon! It burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible onto the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? A bottle of absinthe I had at home. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said that without a label, there's not much value to it. It's still a nice bottle of absinthe, though. I see. Are you going to serve it today? It looks like the absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not it's not counterfeit. That should be counterfeit. I'll serve it only if customers ask for it. Sounds good. Want me to serve you a glass of it? I'll pass. Absinthe's not my kind of thing. Yeah, it burns quite deeply. Well then, I'll be in my office. Careful with that thing. Alright. Okay then. Alright. Again, I'm not really, doing much about these songs, so we'll just go with... Actually, why is it... Ah, there we go. Exit. X. Let's go. Welcome to Valhalla. And then we'll go this, that, this. Then this, that. Then this, then that. And that, and this. Then this. And that. Cool. We are ready. Time to serve mix and change lives. Serve mix? Isn't it serve drinks? Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx! Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Let's see. I'll have a green fairy. Green fairy? Blue fairy. Sorry, the absinthe bottle distracted me. Let's give this brain a blue fairy. I suppose if I'm going for a brain, I should try going like Maurice LaMarche, right? Okay, we're going to make a blue fairy. So that's 4 Edelhide, 1 Fanaguide, and optional Karma Tree. So 1, 2, 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make them drink. One of these will make all your teeth turn blue. Hope you brush them well. It's sweet, girly, and soft. So, aged and mixed. There we go. There you go. We got a Reaper here that says hi, hello, and we got Water Demon here as well. Hello, guys. Thanks for all joining the stream. How you doing today? Nice, yeah, this is the thing. How do you do, Maurice LaMarche? So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff and eat. I have the same system Lilin do. Nah, I don't think I can do Maurice LaMarche. He's quite a unique voice actor, I gotta say. The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Take over the world! Yeah, I can't do that. Can I ask you something, Miss Taylor? Just call me Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. A brain in a jar? Is it a female brain in a jar? Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, how? Why? What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. They are not, but I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Reaper says, I'm doing somehow fine. That's good to hear. I know you saying that there were going to be some lockdown restrictions lifted, whereabouts you are, so hopefully that's going okay. It's interesting to compare to what we've had in the UK, because I think what you're getting restricted, the restrictions lifted to, is kind of how we've had it for the last 5 weeks, because we've had it very lax. Very lax indeed. Not out of expiration or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Is this brain flirting with me? Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill? That's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with the commotion and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic, did you know that? Well, it's hard to tell. It's literally a brain in a jar. Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to go accomplish more than I ever could before. How is it speaking? Plus, I'm doing something that will help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Wow! Depends on what it takes. So next Monday in Galicia or Spain, they're beginning Phase 0 and some places Phase 1 with max of Phase 3. So that's lifting the lockdown restrictions. And last Monday you had a second epilepsy attack. Oh dear. Okay. So I imagine then the next thing... Well, obviously you've contacted your doctor about the second epilepsy attack. I assume they're going to prescribe you some medication for that, or are they going to ask you to come in for more tests? Because I don't know if you would have received the tests, the results from the first test that you had by now, right? You're having treatment for them. Okay. Well, hopefully you get a handle on it. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure epilepsy can be managed fairly well nowadays. But yeah, imagine if it was like, I don't know, even 30 years ago, people probably be like, what the hell do we do with this? But yeah, I'm hoping, I've got my fingers crossed for you, Reaper, for that everything works out. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. One beer to make Taylor happy. Okay, so I don't think I want to make this brain drunk. Don't think I do. So we'll have 1 Edelhide, 2 Bronson, 1 Powdered Delta, 2 Flanagide, and 4 Palmetry. All mix. So you went to the hospital both times after the epilepsy attack. Okay. Huh. Did they say what might be triggering it? Because it seems a bit odd for it to just come starting now out of the blue. Both times at night I spent the night in the hospital and in the middle of the next day. I can imagine that must be not the best place to be in these current times. I mean, obviously I don't know what your situation's like, but I assume you're otherwise fit and healthy, so, you know, other concerns that might be had when you go into the hospital shouldn't be as much of a factor, but again, I don't know. Weird to think about. Do other people suffering from preconditions like epilepsy, are they more, you know, susceptible to coronavirus, COVID-19? I'm not sure. Ah, yes. No matter what happens, beer's always good. It's interesting, though. Just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Still have to make more tests? Okay. That makes sense. Like, the answer's not going to be, you know, not going to get to the bottom of it straight away, but... yeah. Weird. Has anything majorly changed in your life recently, Reaper? Because that could be a trigger of stress and, well, I mean, there's the obvious trigger of stress, but there is also the fact that certain things happening in your life can also have unintended side effects. So we don't really know exactly the reason for it. Okay, well. Make sure you keep us updated on how it's going, Reaper. If there's anything we can do to help, you know, it's hard to, you know, everything being the way it is at the moment, but yeah, just let us know and we'll do what we can. Oh, alright. So, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that too. Do you think that you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything? Like waking up someplace else and so on? Yeah, I know. As soon as I said, has there been anything recently changed in your life, Reaper? I'm like, hang on. Something's recently changed in all of our lives. It's a global pandemic. How does... yeah. Oh yeah, of course, the job changed. Oh, I'm an idiot. Of course. I mean, so in that case then, has your job change caused any more stress? Because I would have thought that you thought that changing jobs was a good move because the other place was boring, or, you know, the stuff you were working on was not stimulating enough, I guess would be the word. So, yeah, it's going to be... oh, yeah, I can imagine that is a bit awkward trying to explain to your boss why you can't work. Well, I'm hoping they were understanding, but yeah, that... bit of a rough situation to try and explain to a new job why you're not working like a couple of weeks after you came to join the company. That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilin. One of their brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilin. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything though, just wiring him to a body. Oh. You'd think that someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I have to admit, the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. Oh, you can't get drunk! Wow, okay. Give him as much commentary as possible then. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilum can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavior cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill! Oh, Alma. Oh, it's Alma.
Oh, just Alma. Where's the courtesy one would expect from a plebeian barster?
Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy?
Not when you put it that way.
Why, hello there, beautiful. Whoa! You hurt my feelings with that, darling.
So sorry. You don't see talking disembodied brains every day.
Hang on, that's going back into Scottish.
I mean, I did work a summer in Leyland maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads.
Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. And we've got Real Pie Master here as well. Hello! Thanks for joining the stream. I don't think that Vohayo emote worked. It's not shown up on the Nightbot chat. And that does have better TV and franker faces included as well. So there we go. All right. Okay. Yes. Thank you for the cheer, Real Pie Master. I was wondering what the 40 was for. I'm like, I'm sure that's not part of the natural Twitch emote, but there we go. Yeah. Thank you for the cheer, Real Pie Master. How are you doing today? I'm going to try and hopefully not burst your eardrums with some terrible voice acting. We'll see how it goes.
Nice to meet you, Taylor.
Hey, Alma. Can I buy you a drink?
Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic. And at least have at least one face.
At least one face? Reaper's neurologist told me that it's okay. There's treatment and one can have a normal life, so no problem. Okay, so that's some good news then. Yeah, like, I know there is medication that can be used to manage epilepsy. The problem would be is if you have an epileptic fit and you cause damage to yourself through other things. Like, you know, if you're in the shower and you have an epileptic fit, you might fall over and break a leg or something. That would be the main problem nowadays, I would assume. But I, no experience in this. Yeah, as long as it can be managed well, then that should be okay. Yeah, imagine that. Must be terrible. I'm sorry for you, Reaper. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you?
I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that.
Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have?
I'll have a cobalt velvet.
And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually.
You're gonna have me drink alone?
I don't want to drink that much. Okay, then. Cobalt velvet straight from Taylor to Alma. 2 Adel hide. 3 Flanner guide. 5 commentary. We get a drunk? We get a drunk? Well, like, you know, a brain in a jar can't really do anything, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like champagne served on a cup that had a bit of colour left. Also, that's not how you spell champagne. On the rocks and... What you can't do is driving, of course. Yeah, you can't operate heavy machinery if you have epilepsy. It's not like I drive, I could, but I didn't have a car, so... Yeah, imagine if you had to drive as part of your job. That would be really awkward for you then. Damn. I honestly, I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry for your, condition, Reaper. Yeah, it just seems very sudden, Oliver. I don't know what caused it. I think that's why I was talking about what major changes has happened, and obviously the pandemic is one of them. And then the change in job. I don't know. If it's an underlying condition, then maybe it's been, hereditary. So it's been inherited down your family. Because you were mentioning about, was it Gilbert syndrome or something like that? I forget the actual name of it, but you were mentioning about it runs in your family somewhat. That could be it. I don't know. Your drink. Hope you enjoy.
You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys I've been in the last year.
Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right?
Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right.
Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer.
Shut up, you love me and you know it.
So, you just started coming here and that was it?
Well, the first time I came here, the other guy. Speaking of which, where's Pablo?
Gillian.
Archimedes.
Dunno. Adventuring or something.
Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving and I don't know. I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry, we click.
We click, she says. Gilbert syndrome, yes, but that's not it. Okay. Fair enough. I couldn't remember the name of it, but I think, yeah, that's right.
The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kind of sad though.
It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late and I've got to go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya.
Bye.
Please come again. Oh yeah, of course, liver illness, because we were talking about it, you know, colouring your skin so you'd have kind of yellowy skin, like jaundice.
That Taylor show was nice.
A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in the pamphlet.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one.
Hey Alma, is your family really strict or something?
Not particularly, no. Why?
The other day you started mumbling about something about numbers, not caring about what you do. About a 27 not caring if you have a Catholic wedding or not.
Oh god, not the numbers thing. Yeah, my family isn't strict per se, but my mum can be really abrasive. To her, the fact that I'm this old and not married or pregnant is a sign that I'm never going to have kids. Never mind the fact that she already has 3 grandkids. I love her, but she can be, well, ugh.
Ah yeah, I kinda get it. You also said the words, I was a blossoming woman and I wasn't going to stand for it. After talking about some 8th grade teacher, oh, that was an interesting conversation, yes. So Gilbert syndrome makes you produce more bilirubin and less control over it, and in some cases it can cause fainting and things like that. Okay, so it was important to rule that out then, if you were having like a fainting attack in the middle of the night. But then, can you faint in your sleep? Is that a thing that can happen? Because what characterizes fainting? It would be a loss of oxygen to your brain, so you lose consciousness, right? Or would any loss of oxygen like cause a brain clot and you die? I don't know. But yeah, it makes sense that it isn't that, because it's not quite the same thing, but it is somewhat related. Okay.
Yeah, that. You see, back when my body started developing, I got really shy. But at some point, something snapped within me. I wasn't feeling shy anymore. I felt powerful. My body felt like a new toy to me, one I was going to make sure to use. Of course, there were 2 problems with that idea. I was a teen, a horny teen, and I was surrounded by horny teens. I'm not even ashamed. I still stand by the core morale I held back then. But it's one of those memories that you look back to and become terrified of how reckless you were. I mean, I could have gotten pregnant, or worse.
What's worse than being pregnant? At that age, I was always dressed in black and was obsessed with occultism. The worst I remember was being in the butt of other kids' jokes.
Well, you know how the old adage goes. Don't compare your life to others, you don't know what they've been through.
Oh, yes, I suppose that... Hang on. Is STDs worse than pregnancy in this context? I suppose so, right? Because that can have later long-term health negative effects, consequences. Whereas a baby is a baby. You have to take care of it, or you can give it up for adoption, but otherwise, you know, once it's out, right? But STDs can cause major problems down the line. I don't know. I don't know if I would consider it worse. No, I wasn't comparing. Just wondering if some of that self-esteem would have helped me back then. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Vita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second elder sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. Not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Wow. Ooh, parent of the year there. Never mind the fact they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself, to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when she married a guy she don't know for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was about the one time that it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. The kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced me to. Seems it was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and she invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us. Instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to get in my pants for the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it'd be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know? Proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you into bed. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Some bottle of absinthe I found at home. It's unlabeled, so it's not that valuable. You know how to serve it? I'd usually need some kind of spoon to perch a cube of sugar, but the station does all that for me. You want some absinthe then? Sure, let's try it. Let's give Alma some absinthe. Go to the bottle drinks tab and drag it to the shaker before mixing. Bottle drinks, absinthe. Okay, and then we just mix it up, yeah? Absinthe! Sweet. Duke Green. Careful, it's a strong drink. I'll tell you if it's strong or not. And indeed it is. Holy shit. Are you okay? I'll be fine. I've had worse in college. What did you do in college, by the way? Jaeger bombs, giant taco pizzas, a cute student teacher. We all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about studies, woman. I know. I'm a computer engineering dropout. Dropout? I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing. I see. Alright, now's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mum and dad split amicably. My mum is a violinist, so she's always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Oh, did you get something like your mum's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. That is late to stop playing the violin. As in, if you carried it on to your mid-teens, then chances are you carry on for the rest of your life. What made you stop? I don't know. I just kind of said, that's it, one day, and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mum's family live in France, to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Mon air glacé est plein d'anguilles. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mum's side that lives close by. But you'd be hard pressed to make me spot me in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know. All of my mum's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the prime of my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family's ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't, ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated.
See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world. They need security, I'm their woman.
You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info, like some sort of mercenary though.
That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job.
Yeah, it's called penetration testing. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? There's a different kind of penetration testing going on there, I'll tell you what.
A mostly honest job, sheesh.
What made you become a hacker, by the way?
I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or a crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kind of samey. So, when I started college, I took a course in system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. But it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that.
Huh. I didn't think about it that way.
It is less actiony than what movies make it up to be though. No real time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling.
We have anything else?
Give me something non-alcoholic. I want to play it safe with the whole absinthe thing.
Something without alcohol, simple enough. That would be something like Sugar Rush, Sparkle Star. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll do 2 Edelhide, 1 Powder Delta, aged and ta-da! Yeah.
I hope I haven't spiced up this one.
Please.
Oh, of course.
The alcohol doesn't change the flavor of the drink, so if you don't, like, you could actually make it so you give every single drink to people be alcoholic, but if they don't realize they're getting drunk, they'll never know. That is interesting. Okay, something to keep in mind in the future.
Hey Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right?
Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills.
Oh, I see.
You have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now.
Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates.
I don't know. Moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Never mind the fact that my cats are shut and I got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. Yeah, apparently moving is the second most stressful thing you do in your life after having a wedding. Actually, it must be third after wedding and funeral.
You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know.
I don't, but I've thought about it before. Now I need some air. I'm going to take my break. You want to come?
You invited me to the back of the bar. You should invite me to dinner first.
Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken from my break.
Fine, let's go.
Boss, I'm taking my break. Call in if anyone comes in. Yeah, sure. Okay. Day 5 break.